Well, greetings and salutations, Star Citizens. I am Fist-25, and we're back with yet another video. This one I think is going to be fairly short. This is a first look at the new aGES Retaliator with the cargo modules and the torpedo modules. And that is the big magic school bus behind me and its brand new yellow paint. And we're also going to take a first look, so very abbreviated looks at the Ursa Rover Medivac, affectionately called the Nursa. And I want to see if an Ursa fits in the new Retaliator cargo modules. I guess we'll give it a shot. We have 38 SCU in the front module, 36 SCU in the back, and we can swap those out with torpedoes. In the front, it can hold 4 torpedoes, and in the rear, it can hold 2 torpedoes for a total of 6. So, pretty interesting. You know, 74 cargo versus 6 size 9 torpedoes. Either way, this thing still has a massive amount of turrets. I believe it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets plus the pilot. So, lots of guns on the Retaliator. Let's go check it out. We'll give a brief tour of the Retaliator. Real brief tour, not an in-depth tour, just to refresh you up on different things the ship has, and then we'll do the same for the Nursa when it's time to look at the Nursa. And yeah, stay tuned. Let's roll that intro. Go check out the aGES Retaliator. Alright folks, so we are here inside the aGES Retaliator. I want to give you a brief internal tour of the Retaliator. First, I'm going to have you go ahead and watch a part I recorded previously of what the torpedo rooms look like, both stern and bow, fore and aft. And then we're going to look at what the cargo rooms look like, fore and aft. Right now, I have it in the cargo configuration here while I'm at Daymar. Then I'll meet you back here. All right, folks, so here we are at the mobiGlas. We're going to bring up our aGES Retaliator. So we can see in the miscellaneous section, there is the ability to put the torpedo or the cargo module inside the ship. So you can do unladen where there's nothing, cargo module or torpedo module. I already have torpedo on the front. We're going to check those out real quick. Swap out and put torpedo module in the rear. Let's call the ship and go see what that looks like. All right, here we are loaded up inside the Retaliator, and here is the forward torpedo room. As you can see, there is a torpedo in the back there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 size 9 torpedoes in the forward facing front torpedo module. Now we can head into the rear area back here, and we can see that there's 1, 2 more torpedoes. Go ahead and go enter the module. There's 2 more torpedoes, giving us a total of 6 for the Retaliator with full torpedoes installed. Now let's go check out what it looks like with the cargo modules. All right, folks, so we are back at the mobiGlas now, and we're going to take off these front torpedo modules and we're going to install the cargo modules. Easy as that. Let's go take a look at what this ship looks like. All right, folks, so here we are at Retaliator with the cargo modules installed. We will come in from the front first. This cargo module that used to be a torpedo room now has 38 SCU of storage with an attachable cargo grid. It's going to be tight, but we may just be able to get in there. So that is the front cargo room. The rear cargo room. This is the rear cargo room. This has 36 SCU of storage in here. Not experiencing any clipping right now, so that is good. Maybe it's because we're landed. but we can lower our cargo ramp down. Actually, with either of these buttons, this guy or this guy, and it went ahead and came down. So it's pretty interesting that it's quick, dude. That's a quick ship elevator, to be quite honest. Let's see if I can find where the ramp button is for this. It's right over here. Could stand on the ramp and just click it. Coming down, hopping down with our elevator. We're flat down on the ground, and we will go ahead and head back up. Very quick elevator. I actually really like that. Okay, so that's 2 cargo modules on the Aegis Retaliator. Okay, and welcome back. So from here, we are standing in midships. We are going to go to the rear first. We can see our quantum drive is kind of front and center at midships. We are going to look. Here is the airlock right here. This is on the port side of the ship. Port is left, starboard is right, starboard is green. And we're going to go ahead and close our airlock, close our docking collar. Not an airlock. There is no airlock there. It's just a docking collar. Continuing on the port side, there is some lighting access here. We can change our lighting. We have it on the basic lighting right now, and there's somewhere around here. There's some engineering component access. There is an engineering station right here, just behind the quantum drive. We can see our aft cargo area. This thing doesn't work right now, but this thing is like a fuse, basically. We can carry a fuse. It doesn't shut off the ship, but this is for future engineering gameplay, basically. There's a couple of different stations around the ship. As we're moving along, we can hit open there. There's maybe a fire extinguisher that goes there. I don't know. But moving aft on the port side, we get to the first of our rear dorsal turrets, which are on the top. So there's one on each side towards the rear of the ship. Some kind of future component access here. And we have ship storage as well. We can open right here. That is on both sides of the ship. 530,000 micro SCU, so quite a bit of internal storage. This is the rear turret that goes down to the belly of the ship. So that is another turret. More component access for our coolers. And as we move forward on the starboard side, there's another turret right here. This is the rear turret, starboard side on the dorsal. Excuse me, more storage here. And moving forward and starboard, we will come back up to our midships area. Now, continuing on the starboard side, real quick, we will see our crew comfort area. This is the restroom with some more lockers, a toilet, a separate shower, a sink, all that fun stuff. Pretty basic, especially for an Aegis ship. We can get to our forward cargo area that way, and if we continue along the forward port side, here is our larger 38 SCU cargo area. Some more fuse access right there, and there's a ladder that goes up to the top of the ship where there is more crew stations. There's also a turret right here. This is the top forward turret on the dorsal area, the top of the ship. And then there's some areas where we can store our guns and things like that. And then there's 6 total beds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 down here, as well as some nice little skylights here. You can see the sun through Daymar. So moving forward down the ladder, off the second deck, we turn around, and here is our cockpit. And the last turret, this is the forward dorsal turret that's centered in the ship. And then our seat. So that is the quick tour of the Retaliator. Not much else has changed. You still don't have any weapons or missiles or anything like that you can fire from the cockpit. At least not any guns. When you have torpedoes installed on here, you can fire them, obviously, from the cockpit. But the other 5 turrets on the ship, those are for your crewmates. So to really effectively use the ship, unless you want to use it as a torpedo bomber, you need to have a crew with you. Moving on the starboard side here, we can see there is just the last little area, and this is kind of a bench area. You can kind of hang out there, a little bit of crew comfort, basically, because on the other side of this wall is the restroom. That, I think, is about it for the tour. To exit the ship, you can go over here. There are buttons to lower the cargo ramps, and the cargo ramps are actually very quick. Over here, there is, I think we just hit this guy. There we go. We are lowering our cargo ramp. Look how fast that was down to the ground, like really quick. And right back up into the ship. Boom. So there's 3 ways to exit, 4 ways technically to exit the ship now. The elevator, either cargo access area, or you can hop out the docking collar. So we're going to go see if we can get a Nursa rover into the forward cargo area, the larger, I should say the wider / larger area, see if that thing will fit, and then we'll take a tour of the Nursa rover. So stick around, stay tuned. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and here is the Nursa rover. So the RSI Ursa Medivac, basically. Pretty small overall. It is Ursa sized, if you will. It's not necessarily a personnel carrier like it was before, but other than that, it is all Ursa. We can enter from this side hatch here, just like a normal Ursa. Go ahead and close here. There's some kind of party going on over here tonight. And we can see here is, in fact, our medical bed and our digital medical assistant over here. Don't have, looks like this does open, but that is for your guns. We don't have any like stock medical supplies over here. UV light over there, computer screen. There is a seat here for the attending physician. Oh. And then up here is the open. From the back, it does have kind of a loading cargo ramp, like sort of like the other Ursas do. So theirs is a little different. That way you can bring someone into the ship, into the vehicle from the back. That closes up really nice. So standard med bed right there, and looks like up here is the storage compartment. Which storage does it have? Telling me I'm not trying to loot it. I just open it, please. Thank you. It looks like 125,000 micro SC, so pretty decent storage for, so here. Some component access. Looks like there's some components in there, more lights and stuff like that over here. And then, of course, the side door. And then entering the Ursa, we have our passenger seat over here, which they can control the remote turret that goes up top here, and our pilot seat. Driver seat. Check out the Nursa here. Been powered on. That's okay. So from the Nursa cockpit here, we can see that there is what, 1, 2, 3 multi-purpose displays. There is a use remote turret, power on and off, engine on button, 1 multifunction display, open exterior, and your actual displays here, and I think that's about it. Looking outside the vehicle, we can see that the weapon, it did move itself up. can just turn off weapons and that thing will rotate down to the side. Other than that, pretty standard Ursa here. Let's go ahead and take it off the pad, not to be rude. And we'll move it around. Must be a party over here at SCD1 tonight. It's basically exactly how I expect the Ursa to move. It actually is pretty darn quick. I don't remember the Ursa being that quick, but this thing is pretty darn quick. Okay. I do enjoy driving vehicles in Star Citizen. Let's see if... I don't even know if it can fit under this vehicle. Oh, it looks like just fits under the Retaliator. Loading this would be a challenge, I can tell you that. So let's go ahead and we'll give it a shot. Too sure if this thing is going to fit considering how large it is. It is one of the larger vehicles in Star Citizen and not known for its great maneuverability. So we're not calling the elevator, we need to call the actual... There's a button here somewhere. I gotta find it. There it is. You can open that cargo bay right there. That is the larger of the cargo bays. Very loud up here tonight. In our Retaliator and Ursa. See if it fits its ships, right? I don't think it's gonna fit. Yep, way too big for this thing. Way too big. You can already tell that it's not going to fit on that pad. I think it'll fit a Cyclone pretty easily, though. Maybe if we take some wheels off, it'll fit. So it fits on it, but it does not fit in it. So there you go. Question is answered. All right, so what is the benefit of having an Ursa Medivac? Well, presumably you can tie your spawn point to the Ursa, and you can then go off, do a mission. Basically, if you have a ship that's big enough to fit an Ursa, something like any of the Crusader ships, and MSR is a really good choice. Something usually not an elevator, but an actual, like a ramp. It may, I don't remember if it fits inside of a Constellation, but one of those types of ships. It would be a good choice to, if you're going to do any type of solo gameplay for FPS. And if your ship that you're bringing in, most of the time you can't land it nearby because the turrets will sit there and respawn and basically knock down your ship, unless you can take those out. But you can respawn inside the ship, which is pretty awesome. And that way you can come back and fight again another day. Well, I think their slogan for selling this is live to die another day, or something similar to that. So with that, we're gonna go load up some cargo inside the Retaliator and see what that looks like. Because I don't we'll have to showcase the live and die mechanics of Star Citizen with the medevac here. I did want to show it off. Oh, don't hit his ship. Wouldn't want to actually damage the Santok guy. Alright, so stay tuned. We'll go load up some cargo inside the Retaliator, if that's possible. Alright folks, so we're back and we loaded up some cargo in here. We have some copper and gold inside our Aegis Retaliator, which is weird to call it a cargo ship now. And I didn't actually, because of the new patch, I didn't have enough money to fully fill this ship up. So we have some different sized cargo, basically. Okay. So I showed you the forward module. Show you the stern module now. And yeah, some big cargo containers in there. Really can't even move around. So I do have an NPC kind of harassing me here, and ship does have quite a strong hull and quite a few shields, so not super worried about them doing a lot of damage. But while I'm holding a lot of cargo on here, I do need to get out of here. That is my money maker, right? Okay, firing up engines. We're going to turn off our gear here, and let's basically do a burner shot and get out of here. I don't like how the enemy can, even if it's NPCs, how they can shoot us and harvest us. Not a big fan of that. Oh, looking for a quantum marker. And any quantum marker will do. And whenever you want a quantum marker, you can never find a quantum marker. Well, let's just go to Morrison. Out a route. There we go. Okay. So folks, I guess we'll see how much we make here, and then we'll wrap up with final thoughts, so stay with me. Well, hey folks, so we're here at the end of the video, and I did end up making about 10,000 Alpha UEC, not a big cargo haul. Of course, I didn't have very valuable minerals either, so I had some gold. I think I had some tungsten. You gotta have money to make money with cargo hauling. Well, when you get a money wipe, that's what happens when you're busy making videos. You don't have a ton of money to spend. Anyway, that was fun. I do like the rework on the Retaliator. It flies just about the same, but I still don't like that it doesn't have any pilot guns, even though the pilot can fire torpedoes just like it could before. I like that it has the cargo modules. They're very easy to swap in and out, although I do think they are really expensive. I mean, really expensive. They're like 30 some bucks a piece, and there's 2 of them. So if you want 2 cargo modules, you're going to spend roughly $60 to $70. That's a lot for the price of that ship. CIG clearly wants you to bundle all your purchases into one and get the Retaliator with all modules, which I think is about $360. That doesn't sit well with me. This is something that should have been out a long time ago with the modularity. and it just shouldn't be that much. It's not that much art, it's not that much work. For all this tech has already existed, so I'm not sure what we're paying for at this point other than just the modularity tech. So that does rub me the wrong way. It is sort of a money grab for tech that you should kind of have anyway. So if you bought the torpedo bomber, you are supposed to get the torpedo modules, even though there's a bug. You might have to contact support. If you bought the base Retaliator, well, you get it without any modules, and it does have 5 turrets, but no torpedoes, no missiles, no cargo. Yeah. A pleasant surprise is the Ursa Medivac, the Nursa. It is a really good vehicle to use. Lots of versatility in that thing, and I could see us using it as an org many different places and doing a lot of things with it as the mobile vehicle. It has a 20-kilometer respawn range, so it's not that far, but tier 3 medbeds can now respawn, so that's good to have that stuff back. Cuddy Red might be the better value overall because it's a Cuddy Red, but turrets shoot flying vehicles and they don't shoot ground vehicles, so that is nice to have because you can drive that ground vehicle up to a bunker or something like that. So is it worth it? I would say the Nursa is worth it. I don't love that it's in the Ursa platform and the Ursa is so large. There's so many ships it can't fit on, but it is what it is. Hopefully there's more stuff in the future. So I think that's about it. We're going to wrap up this video, and thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. For more, join us on the B Team stream, 7 p.m. Mountain Time every Thursday. Join Jawa with Jawa at 9 a.m. Mountain Time on Sunday mornings in the US. And until then, we'll see you in the verse. Happy mining.